Buyer's agents, this video is for you. The only thing that's changed is who's negotiating your fee. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. My name's Todd Conklin. For those of you that don't know me, I am the sales warrior coach. I built a $3 billion business by helping hundreds of real estate professionals just like you change their businesses and change their lives. And today, what I want to talk to you about is how we present and sell the value of our fee as buyer's agents. See, the only thing that's really changed in this whole thing since the decoupling of the listing side and the buyer side is that it used to be that the listing agent negotiated your fee if you're a buyer's agent, right? They went and they asked for 5, 6, 7, 8%, and then they determined what percentage of that fee you were going to get paid. That's right. And they were very good at it. They have listing presentations. They have sales skills. And what's changed now is a buyer's agent, you have to have one too. Today, I want to talk to you specifically about some of the pitfalls that you likely are facing and how to solve them. If you're a buyer's agent, you likely fall into one of two categories. Number one, you avoid the buyer representation agreement altogether. I know it's against the rules, but you probably have some kind of a workaround, right? Like a one-page showing agreement or something. And what you do is you go out, you do your magic, you show property, you give them access to all of your knowledge, wisdom, experience, you get them in the car, you find the perfect one, and when it's time to actually make the offer, that's when you go back and you have them sign a buyer's representation agreement. Now, the problem with that, of course, is you've already predetermined that the only commission that you're going to get paid is whatever the seller is offering. In some cases, that may be zero. That's going to make for a very, very awkward conversation at the 11th hour if you didn't clarify that in advance. The second group would be the ones that awkwardly presented something, maybe a buyer's representation agreement, or more likely just the one-page workaround, and failed to actually sell the value. Now, you satisfied the rules, but you didn't deliver value, and the customer didn't see value. All they saw was money. I'm gonna give you two ways to solve these problems. Sorry for the interruption. I don't have anything to sell here today. What I do know is the data tells me that 54% of you are watching the videos to the end. 46% are watching the videos but not subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do me a favor. Drop down, hit the subscription button, hit the notification button, and make sure you don't miss any of our Sales Warrior training. Back to the video. Number one, you gotta have a buyer presentation. A buyer presentation is just like a listing presentation. It's just in a story form where you are literally walking a potential buyer through the 7, 8, 9 questions that every one of them asks before they hire a buyer's representative. No problem, easy peasy, but you've got to sell the value, and it creates a natural progression to step 2. Step 2 is you go through the 3 contracts that are part of every single transaction. What are they? Well, every single transaction has a listing agreement. The listing agreement simply spells out, here are the duties owed to the seller by the listing agent. Contract 2 is the buyer representation agreement. That simply spells out all the duties that are owed to the buyer by the buyer's representative. And number 3 is the purchase and sale agreement. That just spells out the duties and the obligations between the buyer and the seller. Y'all, nobody ever wanted to go into a negotiation with the other party having an unfair advantage. If the seller is represented by a professional, the buyer is also going to want to have their representation. So if you follow those 2 steps, it's a natural progression for the buyer to feel comfortable. But y'all, listen, nobody ever wanted to get into a situation where they were signing an agreement and they didn't understand the value in it for them. Nobody ever wanted to go into a situation where the other party had an unfair advantage over them. And nobody ever wanted to be sold or pressured into doing something. They wanted to know that the value in it was worth them signing the agreement. Oftentimes, people don't want to sign the agreements because they don't really understand what's in it for them. It's all about the customer. It's not about you. That's commission breath. Now, if you follow the system perfectly, if you follow that process perfectly, you're still going to have some times where somebody's going to come up with what we call an objection. An objection is simply an invitation to clarify something. Oftentimes what I hear is that agents are like, yeah, but you know what? They said that their neighbor would do it for cheaper. Well, here are 3 ways for you to answer that question. Step number 1, 100%, I totally get it. And there are lots of companies and agents out there that will do it for cheaper. In fact, I have a list of agents that will do it for cheaper, and I'm happy to share that with you. Before I do that, may I ask a question? Why haven't you hired the cheaper agent yet? Pause. Quiet. This is where you listen, don't talk. Once they've given you all of the reasons why they haven't hired somebody cheaper, because let's face it, people don't want cheap, they want the best solution for the price they can afford, you ask the next question. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, can I ask you a question? I've worked with hundreds of clients just like you looking to find the dream home. Why do you think they chose to work with me when they knew that they could go out and find a cheaper solution? Quiet. Let them answer the question. They're selling themselves, not you, on exactly why they should do business with you. Once they're done, you can say, exactly, can we move forward now? That's it. It's a natural, easy progression. There's no high pressure. You're simply asking questions. You're pulling back the curtain on what's most important for them. Remember, y'all, commission breath kills all deals. All you're there to do is to make sure that you solve their problem. And them having a discount agent to solve their full-priced problem is not a great strategy. Option number 2, when somebody says, I have somebody else that can do it cheaper, is, oh yeah, of course, I totally get it. We trade on experience, not price. Were you looking for the cheapest price or the best experience? Full stop. Let them think about it. A lot of people have to process that information for a minute. Let them think about it, and then they're going to say, well, I want the best experience and I want it for the best price. Fantastic. That's exactly what we do. We'll give you the best experience, the most exceptional real estate experience. It's actually in our mission statement, and we do it for a fair price, and here it is. And option number 3, when somebody says, gosh, you know what? I've got this other person. They said they could do it cheaper. Pause, look at them inquisitively and ask, is this a test? Pause again, wait for it. They're going to look back at you like, what do you mean? And that's when you get to go into your objection handler. And that simply is this. Well, I thought it was a test because obviously you're looking to hire somebody who's going to negotiate the best price and the best terms for your property. And if I couldn't negotiate on my own behalf, then certainly I couldn't negotiate on your behalf. And so I thought maybe you were just putting me through a test. And stop. Let it sit. I promise you, if you will follow those 2 steps to presenting and those 3 options for handling objections, everything is going to work out just fine. You're going to drive up your value because of the value that you're providing. You're going to get a higher price for the work that you're doing because you're solving whose problems? Not your problems, their problems. Y'all, if you like this content, if you like the information that I'm giving you here, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the follow button. Would love to connect with you. Leave a comment below. Did you get something out of this? And I'll see you on the next video.